Let's talk about something that's running your life right now, even if you don't realize it: the subconscious mind's secret agenda. Yes, there's a hidden part of you, a vast world beneath the surface, shaping the choices you make, the relationships you attract, even the way you think about yourself. It's as if we're living by a script we didn't write ourselves, and if we don't wake up to it, we'll keep repeating the same patterns over and over again, wondering why we can't seem to break free. Think about this. Have you ever noticed yourself in situations that feel eerily familiar? You may find yourself drawn to the same kinds of relationships, feeling the same frustrations, experiencing the same setbacks, no matter how much you try to move forward. These patterns aren't coincidences. They're deeply embedded stories the subconscious has been quietly weaving, often without your awareness. Now, here's the thing about the subconscious mind. It's incredibly powerful, but it doesn't seek growth or fulfillment on its own. Its purpose is safety, familiarity, comfort. It craves predictability, and in many ways, it clings to the past. It recreates situations and responses that it thinks are safe because they're familiar. It's like an autopilot that's set to repeat the things it knows, regardless of whether they're healthy or beneficial. But here's where things get interesting. These repeating patterns, they're not just limitations, they're messages. Each pattern, each cycle you notice, is like a signal from the subconscious, a mirror reflecting back to you the beliefs and wounds you may not have addressed. And if we can decode these messages, we can transform them. We can break free. Imagine, for example, someone who constantly finds themselves in relationships where they feel unappreciated or unloved. They may think, why do I keep ending up with people who don't see my worth? But the subconscious mind might be holding on to a core belief, perhaps from childhood, that says, I am unworthy of love unless I struggle for it. And until this belief is acknowledged and healed, the subconscious will keep recreating situations that reflect that old story. It doesn't do this to harm us. It does it out of a sense of misguided protection, clinging to the familiar. The philosopher in me sees this as both a challenge and a gift. On one hand, being unaware of these patterns keeps us trapped in cycles that limit our growth. But on the other, these very patterns are our most profound teachers. They show us exactly what we need to confront, what we need to heal, and ultimately, what we need to release. You see, the subconscious isn't evil, nor is it our enemy, but it's primitive, conditioned, often clinging to ideas and emotions that were formed long ago, usually in our early years. These old imprints, often created out of fear or a need for security, become ingrained as our truths. They turn into assumptions like, I am not enough, or life is a struggle, or I am only safe if I'm in control. And unless we challenge them, these assumptions run the show. But here's the spiritual perspective. Every pattern, every cycle, is an opportunity to awaken. It's like a doorway waiting to be opened. The subconscious mind keeps giving us chances to transcend these old stories, to step into a higher version of ourselves. If we approach these patterns with awareness, they're no longer limitations, they're invitations to transform. How do we do this? First, we bring awareness to the patterns. We become detectives of our own minds, noticing where we repeat the same cycles, the same emotions, the same reactions. We ask ourselves, what core belief might be hiding here? What story am I telling myself that keeps bringing me back to this same experience? Remember, the subconscious doesn't let go easily. It needs time, patience, and compassion. When we identify a belief, we don't fight it. We gently start to rewrite it. Instead of saying, I am only worthy if I struggle, we start to affirm, I am worthy of love, ease, and joy. Slowly, we begin to show the subconscious that it's safe to change. We teach it that it's okay to let go of the past. Spiritually, this process is powerful. Every time we identify and release an old pattern, we're reclaiming a part of ourselves that was lost. We're freeing ourselves from a story that no longer serves us. And as we do this, we align our subconscious with who we are now, rather than who we were or who we were told to be. This journey of uncovering the subconscious mind's secret agenda is like a spiritual initiation. It's a process of becoming aware, becoming awake to the forces within us that shape our lives. And as we gain this awareness, we gain the power to create our reality consciously, not just live by the old patterns we inherited. So ask yourself, what patterns do you see in your life? What experiences keep repeating? These are not burdens, they are signposts. They're showing you where your inner work lies. And as you start to decode them, you will discover that you're not bound by them. You can change them. You can step out of the loop and create a new story for yourself. The subconscious mind's agenda may have been hidden, but it's no longer a secret. And now, you have the power to write a new chapter. A chapter where you live in alignment with your true self, free from the limitations of the past and open to the infinite possibilities of the present.